Carbon pricing is a cornerstone of the climate package because when the price is set high enough, it can be an effective way to cut carbon pollution. So starting in 2021, a ton of carbon dioxide will be hit with a $28 levy. That will climb to $61 by 2025. Now, both of these pricing levels are significantly higher than the original proposal, which was roundly criticized by climate activists as being too low to curb climate change. This tax will apply to emissions from transportation and heating. Companies will be hit with the surcharge, but the cost will be passed along to consumers in the form of higher gas and heating costs. The CO2 levy is expected to make a liter of fuel about 9 US cents more expensive. So the government is increasing the commuter allowance to help offset that higher cost. This is going to be especially helpful for those living in rural areas with limited public transport options. Starting in 2021, the commuter allowance will be 33 US cents per kilometer for the first 20 kilometers. Anything above that gets claimed at 39 cents per kilometer. That allowance climbs again in 2024. Now, Germans can claim this deduction on their income taxes. Cheaper train tickets will be one of the first tangible impacts of this climate package. Starting in 2020, the value-added tax, or VAT, on long-distance train tickets will drop to 7% from 19%. This will obviously make rail travel a more economically attractive form of transportation. The government, though, is also allocating billions of dollars towards rail improvements. Rail is going to get cheaper, but flying is going to get more expensive. The aviation tax on every flight out of Germany will get hiked next April. Short-haul flights are going to be hit the hardest. The tax there is going up by about 75% to $14 per ticket. Mid to long-haul flights will go up by about 40%. The government is hoping that this is going to encourage travelers to choose greener forms of transport. Flying does account for about 2% of the world's global carbon emissions. That's according to the International Air Transport Association. Electricity prices are also expected to be lower because of a reduction in the EEG surcharge. This is a charge that people find on their electricity bills, and the money that it generates, it goes towards funding renewable energy projects like wind and solar. There will also be tax deductions for certain environmentally friendly home improvements, like replacing oil-fired central heating systems. Green bonds aren't part of the climate package, but they could be used to help Germany fund its climate-cutting measures. The federal government announced on Thursday that it will sell about $11 billion worth of bonds starting in mid-2020. These will be issued at the same time as conventional bonds with the same maturity and coupon, but the money generated will be exclusively allocated to environmentally friendly projects.